Lesson 90. For this review, we will use these ideas. Let's sit up with a nice straight spine. Palms upturned, breathing deeply, ready to focus our minds at the Christ center in the center of the forehead. Relaxing and releasing resistance and tension. Idea for the morning: let me recognize the problem so it can be solved. Let me realize today that the problem is always some form of grievance that I would cherish. Let me also understand that the solution is always a miracle with which I let the grievance be replaced. Today, I would remember the simplicity of salvation by reinforcing the lesson that there is one problem and one solution. The problem is a grievance. The solution is a miracle. And I invite the solution to come to me through my forgiveness of the grievance and my welcome of the miracle that takes its place. Specific applications of this idea might be in these forms. This presents a problem to me which I would have resolved. The miracle behind this grievance will resolve it for me. The answer to this problem is the miracle that it conceals. Through this lens, we see potential grievances as opportunities to learn and to see the miracles in all of God's intricate and beautiful creation. We remember the simplicity behind our salvation by reinforcing this lesson of one problem and one solution. And repeating this idea often, as well as for an extended period this morning. Let me recognize the problem so it can be solved. And for the second part of the day, our review idea: let me recognize my problems have been solved. I seem to have problems only because I am misusing time. I believe that the problem comes first and time must elapse before it can be worked out. I do not see the problem and the answer as simultaneous in their occurrence. That is because I do not yet realize that God has placed the answer together with the problem, so that they cannot be separated by time. The Holy Spirit will teach me this if I let Him. And I will understand it is impossible that I could have a problem which has not been solved already. These forms of the idea will be useful for specific applications today. I need not wait for this to be resolved. The answer to this problem is already given me if I will accept it. Time cannot separate this problem from its solution. Let us see with the eyes of Christ today, inviting the Holy Spirit to help us perceive and teach us that there is no separation through time or space. The answer is presented with the problem, and we shall see it through the eyes of God. Bless our afternoon practice. Let me recognize my problems have been solved. And the morning practice preceding it, let me recognize the problem so it can be solved. God bless our efforts today through Holy Spirit's grace and comfort. Om, Christ Om.